All right, guys, we're making our cut paper animals, and I'm gonna quickly show you a couple ways you can build your animal. The first is to start with a cylinder. My paper is a little too big, so I'm gonna cut it down. A cylinder is what looks like a paper towel roll. So I'll cut this in, staple or glue this into a cylinder. And I can do a lot of things with this, okay? I could turn this into a butterfly or a bumblebee by cutting wings out of another paper. You can see how that would work, like it was flying. I could cut out a head for an animal and turn it into a seated animal. I could make it a penguin just by adding a beak and a little bit of a white spot. So here it's turning into like a black cat. I would just add maybe a tail coming off him. So one way to build an animal is working off this cylindrical form. Another way to build an animal is to fold your paper and make half of your animal. Here's what I mean. You can do it where the fold is on the side, and you could cut out half of a cat. So I'm cutting out just the silhouette of a cat right here. Now this part's gonna be a little tricky because I'm going to cut out, actually I missed it, whoops. I was gonna cut out the cat's tail, but I actually forgot. So I'll add that later. So you can see that looks like a cat, and I can stand it up like this. So it's a 3D standing cat, and all I need to do is add the tail like that, popping out. Another way you can do it with folding is a standing animal. So the animal I just did was sitting. If you want your animal to be standing like this rhino, you fold your paper, and the back of the animal is the fold. You cut out 1/2 of the shape of your animal's head. I'm gonna turn this into a dog, I think. Like a hound dog. Hound dogs are dogs that smell. I'm making legs, and you have pictures of all of this in your handouts. So if you're confused, check your handouts. So there's my dog from the side. He needs ears to really look like a dog. I'm folding my paper since I want 2 ears. That's the fastest way to do it. And I can just glue these ears on and then add details to make this look like a little dog. I'm gonna work on my animal a little bit, and then I'll get back with you and show you how we're gonna assemble these into what looks like a piece of public sculpture. All right, my dog is all finished. I'm gonna put him onto the ground. To do that, I'm gonna bend each of his little legs so I have something to glue. And then I'm going to either draw or build around him to show where he's located. So I think my pink dog is in the middle of a city. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut out some rectangles here. And I'm gonna bend each one at the bottom. And maybe I'll draw some windows before I glue them. A little door. And glue it down so it looks like my dog is in the middle of a city. I would really add details to each of these, like different types of doors and windows. Maybe some have heart-shaped windows, maybe some are circle windows, maybe they're buildings that match each other. I could make a little vehicle that pops up, or I could draw some streets. I could draw a park. Maybe my animal's in the middle of a playground and you make a little playground for him. I'm gonna make a couple of roads so you can drive around, or maybe this is like a walking park so you can actually walk around. You could make a body of water, you could draw little cars, you could draw little people walking around. Maybe I'll make some grass lines. But you're showing me where your dog is. And there's no right or wrong answer. It's outside somewhere though, in a public space. So I can't wait to see what you come up with. I did really quickly put together half of a butterfly. This butterfly isn't a very good one. It's not done well, but just to show you how you can add wings to that cylinder to turn it really into any sort of insect. You could turn it this way and have made it into some sort of sea creature. So it's not just land animals, it's any animal. I can't wait to see what you do.